Good evening, everybody. Coming live to you from on a Wednesday night, as promised last week on Weekly. I'm David Robinson, my co-host Anthony Johnson. We're going to go through week 6 action.
Already basically halfway through the regular season.
Yeah, and we're going to look forward to week 7. I'm excited. How about you, Anthony?
This is a matchup. Well, just me personally. I always look forward to this matchup every year.
Week 7 clash of the Titans in the Thunderdome.
The Thunder! Yeah, this usually when it happens. We usually play about mid-season.
Well, I say we get right into week 6 and recap. Let's go with the matchup of the week, and it wasn't the closest matchup, but it was the matchup with the two highest scoring teams last week. Your team, Ridiculousness, runs into a gauntlet of Michael Robinson in the Sweden House buffet. He went and had extras and extras. He went to the buffet 7 times on your ass.
Yeah, some say that'd be bad, so maybe this week could be a little.
He might be a little fat this week, yeah, for sure.
But he did take it to me. That's for sure.
I'll dip into the good here for Sweden House. He starts off on fire on Thursday Night Football, puts up like 55 points on you immediately with Saquon Barkley, Alshon Jeffrey. I talk about it sometimes how the score doesn't necessarily dictate what the points that the individual player scores. Saquon Barkley plays for the Giants. The Giants only put up 13 points, but he goes crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he is a force to be reckoned with. But he's been pretty much that way since week 2.
Right, and I like how Mike's team is shaping up. He's got Sony Michel. He still has Mark Ingram on his bench that was on a bye last week, so he's starting to build some real nice depth at that running back position.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes too.
Brady, every player he has just goes nuts. Melvin Gordon puts up 34. He ran into some really nice matchups, though. You've got the Chargers just going to Cleveland and really put the league on notice that I think they're a legitimate Super Bowl contender, the LA Chargers.
Yeah, so they definitely look good, but then again, they're playing
the Cleveland Browns.
So,
but look at the Chargers are 4-2 this season. Their only 2 losses are to the Chiefs and to the Rams,
which are the 2 hottest teams in the league.
Yeah. So Mike puts up 194.4. This is definitely a top 5 score all time.
It will probably be. It might be the top scorer.
Well, it is this season, but we've had.
Do we have a 205?
Yeah, we've had some 200 scores before, but this is a top 5 score all time.
Oh, definitely.
So hats off to Mike. Keep up the good work. When we go through projections next week, I'll see if I can find anything that you need to do. But right now, last week you played it all right. Anthony, what about your team?
See, at first after Thursday, I was like, gosh. I went into the weekend with such a cloud over my head. I was just like, Jesus. Yeah. But then I realized I got players that can do the same thing.
Yeah.
And they did. Like, Tyreek Hill and James Conner put up the same numbers, if not more numbers, than his 2 people did on Thursday.
Right. But Tyreek Hill, he has a whole nother gear when it comes to speed.
Yeah. He's just like, he was running at full speed, and then all of a sudden he's like, I got to turn it up. And
it's like all of a sudden he sees the ball in the air, and it's like he's just there. He's roadrunner to it. You get an underperformance from McCaffrey, and Calvin Ridley dies on you.
Yeah, that's a little rough. But if they both would have played,
still wouldn't have mattered.
Might have been a 20-point game instead of.
It could have been a little bit closer. But Mike even gets overperformance from his kicker.
Yeah, see, he had a team. This is every week. I'm not upset with my performance.
Oh, you can't.
Because every week we say we want to be in that 110, 117 range, and I went way beyond that.
You went beyond that. You made somebody beat you, and
I got beaten. This is how I look at it. My hat's off to Mike. Good job. I'm glad you're with us this year. Yeah, that's it.
I like that you snuck and you pick up Evan Ingram, who's could be a top 5 tight end in the league when healthy.
Yep.
So you've kind of a little bit of forecasting there. Once you get that position locked down, maybe you'll be able to loosen up in other spots and pick up some other players, and maybe make some trades going forward. Next matchup, we'll go ahead and we'll go with mine. This is the matchup of the week going into the week. Jack's 4th and 20 squad versus myself. Jack was 4-1. I was 5-0. I'm fortunate enough to pull off the victory, go to 6-0, and I do. I put up one of those mediocre numbers that you had to beat, and Jack just wasn't quite able to be there. I actually end up getting a lucky performance on Monday Night Football from my kicker, Mason Crosby.
Yeah, who wins it for you.
Yeah, who ends up winning it for me. I legitimately end up winning this game on the last-second field goal from Mason Crosby.
Yeah, and we talked about this before. We thought about dropping kickers. I actually asked you this week in our matchup if we wanted to go no kickers.
Well, I don't think that would be. I think I'd be against league rules.
I'm the commissioner.
I know, but that wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair.
I think
what else to
if we both did it,
it wouldn't be fair.
I don't know. What do you guys think? You let us know. Like, I would like to go no kickers.
I would like to go no kickers next season for everybody.
And 2 quarterbacks.
Matt Ryan, he flies the banner for me. I think Matt Ryan actually like the second or third
Matty
best
Ice, man. He's
fantasy
up there.
quarterback this season.
Yeah, he's doing well.
I mean, they're always in a shootout. And again, I talk about it every week. We go after Buffalo Bills. I play the Houston Texans defense against the Buffalo Bills, and I get fortunate because they put in the Peterman. The Peterman goes in after Josh Allen goes down, and the Peterman is the worst quarterback in NFL history.
Oh, yeah.
He promptly throws a pick six for me, and then another interception right behind it, and I end up getting 20 big points out of my defense, which really, my defense, my kicker, and my quarterback are the only players that put up above projection performances. We go over to Jack's team. He's got Patrick Mahomes. He puts up a big night on Sunday Night Football. Big games. You're catching that Patriots-Chiefs game. What a shootout.
No, because at this point, this is my head in my hand as I'm remembering he's got Tom Brady.
Well, this will just show you what it does when you have 2 players on the same team that are dynamic. He has Mahomes and he has Kareem Hunt. In that game, I am up huge. Jack looks like he's going to just totally shit the bed, put up like a 65-point week. And then in the third quarter, the Chiefs catch fire. Mahomes hits Kareem Hunt for a 70-yard touchdown pass. And there, right there, that's like 22 points.
Yeah, and then it's like,
boom, it's like, oh my gosh. The projection goes from like he has 5% chance to win to 38% chance to win. And then they
all of a
end
sudden
up,
you're shaking.
They end up finishing the night strong. And we go into a real shootout on Monday Night Football. We're a real even split. I don't really still see much action from Jack on the waiver wire.
He's got one move. He's made one move.
Yeah, and I don't know what that is.
Comparatively, I've made 25 moves.
Yeah, he was missing out on Alvin Kamara last week, that hurts him. But I was missing out on Michael Thomas, so it was a pretty even matchup going into the week, and I ended up pulling off a narrow victory, winning by 2 points.
Win to win.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologize for wins ever. We're going to go over and look at Alex's team versus Big Baba Ganoush. Thank you, Alex. You have a logo. Good job. That was a theme last week.
Oh, yeah.
Non-logo teams. Alex gets a 40-point win, as predicted on Weekly last week. The Ganoush, this guy still just can't catch a break. He gets Baltimore's defense. Baltimore sacked Marcus Mariota 11 times last week.
In that game?
In the game. He sacked 11 sacks. Mariota only completed 10 passes.
So we
only completed 10 passes. But
I don't even think he has 100 yards.
I don't know what he's ended up with his yardage. It was just awful. But that's the thing. Like with Matt's team, he has Stephon Diggs on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings play the Cardinals. That should be an easy win for him. They do get an easy win, but he just doesn't get any production out of it.
So
I think he should be playing Demaryius Thomas every week.
Yes, we talked about this. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. I'm a big fan of Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
He's a workhorse when he gets the ball.
Yeah.
He holds the ball.
He misses out on a little bit of value from Tariq Cohen down there in Chicago. He's a little scat back, but if you watched that game last week, Cohen was getting more touches than Jordan Howard. Yeah. Well, I own Jordan Howard, so I'm a little bit concerned about that myself.
So, go ahead. We talked about. I just want to talk about Minnesota real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Kirk Cousins this year.
Why?
He's very teeter-totter. In one week he looks great, and the next week he looks like it's his first time on the football field.
That's Kirk Cousins' career in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't pick him as a fantasy football. But that's also why I think players on the Minnesota roster aren't going to. They score big one week, they're going to score not so big the next week.
I could see that.
And that's
going
to bounce with how Kirk Cousins.
I agree. I can see that happening from time to time. But I think as an overall unit, what are you going to do? Are you not going to play Stephon Diggs?
No, obviously he's still playing for the chance of...
Adam Thielen's actually been the most consistent scorer on that team. And I believe that is... I don't know who owns him. I thought maybe Alex did, but...
no, it's Derek.
Derek. I think he's leading the league in receptions right now.
Yeah, probably.
So, and maybe there's just something there where Stephon's the number 2, but still, I would think that he's going to have some bounce-back games. But Matt really puts himself in a bind here, drops out 1-5.
Yeah, this is the problem. So we play in a 6-player playoff league. Yeah. So here in a few more weeks.
Hey man, we're going to be more than halfway home after next week.
We're going to move into that slot, and I honestly don't know if 1-5 gets it.
I don't know if it's possible. Matt's looking at having to go
He will have to win out and then
maybe
hope that he has points.
He probably can only afford one more loss. So we're talking about going 6-1 over the next 7 weeks.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough ask, and I don't know if that's going to be doable. Let's take a look at Alex's team. We'll go ahead and praise him again, as we usually do here on Weekly. We know he's a fan of the show. He goes with Jared Goff at Denver. I talked about this last week, and I actually predicted this right on the nose, that with Goff and Gurley, I thought that he'd get some up out of Gurley and a down out of Goff, and that's exactly what happened. So, maybe... I mean, he has Phillip Rivers on his bench. That's a perfectly liable play. But I think that he's going to go with Goff more often than not. That was just a tough matchup for them in Denver. It was kind of a grinded-out game. And Gurley just got it going, and they just didn't stop going to him. Up and down, this is a solid squad. Tyler Boyd from Cincinnati, he's stealing receptions from A.J. Green. He definitely, the first drive of that game, he didn't see the ball, but then when it got to red zone time, he saw the ball. Touchdown, first drive of the game.
I mean, those are what matters.
Zach Ertz, I would qualify as a top 2 tight end.
Definitely top. He's one of the best.
Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, and then the rest.
Yeah, I agree.
Gronkowski is now with the rest.
Yeah. You might. Gronkowski might be middle of the pack.
I mean, he might be third. He's just not. He's not. It's definite.
He's not the same Gronk
We're 7
anymore.
weeks in. He's not the same guy anymore. Let's see here. I don't know. He doesn't miss much value. Picks up Corey Clement after Ajayi's injury.
I don't think it's a bad pickup.
No, it was a good pickup.
I should have picked him up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. He's gonna end up drop. He's gonna drop Devontae Freeman because he's on the IR now.
Really?
Yeah. Austin Eckler is actually kind of a sneaky good play because if the Chargers are always up, he's on the field a lot. He'll even be on the field with Melvin Gordon.
Yep.
So he's got some solid backup plays I like. Devontae Adams gets a big week for him, and Alex takes a 40-point win.
And we've always talked about Alex's team. Like we felt like he's known what he's talking about from draft day, week in and week out. He's interactive. He's one of those players that we would like to have back every year.
And he's finished.
Well, I mean, who would?
Alex, let us know when you get in town.
We'll get you on here.
We'll get you on.
Yeah,
absolutely. No questions asked. Next matchup, we'll go with the Breeze Knees versus Derek's Auto Draft team.
So, I want to talk real quick about Derek, and we always say projections don't matter.
Right.
Like, don't pay attention to the numbers. Like,
I mean, to a certain degree. Don't live and die.
Obviously, don't play a zero.
How about this? Don't live and die.
Yeah. So Derek goes into this week Thursday, projected to beat Jamie by like 30 points. He was projected over 150 points. Thursday's game starts, his projection number drops from like 156 to wherever he's at now, so 126. Yeah, and Jamie's number goes above him, and he's like, "What the hell happened?" Odell Beckham Jr. Gets shut down.
It's tough. I mean, it's tough. What are you going to do with New York Giants out of Saquon Barkley? I mean, I think you have to play Beckham every week because he's just a highlight reel waiting to happen. But Eli Manning looks like he's lost.
Yeah, we talked about he should probably retire. Maybe go do some nationwide commercials with his brother.
Yeah, we'll play some golf. Here we go, though. I'm going to say I don't know what we have to do. But, okay, I see why. He's got to trade a receiver. He's got to trade a receiver. He has too many good receivers. Unless he's going to start sitting Odell, he has Robert Woods on the bench.
Which we've talked about before.
He's an LA Ram.
He's a Ram.
So that's a solid starter every week. So trade Julio Jones or trade Adam Thielen. Get yourself, better at, running back. You already have the receivers to play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to make a perfect trade. You just got to make your team better, and nobody can criticize you.
We've talked about it.
Nobody can criticize you if you make your team better. So just go make your team better and do it. Jamie, I don't know if she's a fan of the show or not, but she does take some of my suggestions. Plays James White last week. She plays Tevin Coleman. Gets a huge week out of her kicker. This is the week of the kicker. Jeez. We were beating up on kickers.
I was saying, let's say it scored a normal 5 to 8 points. This game dramatically changes.
And you look at this, 112, but again, this is that number we always talk about.
That you want to beat. This is where you
want
to be.
Derek had to go out and beat her, and he didn't. And it's because she gets a bunch of mediocre performances from all of her players. Let's see here. We've got Carlos Hyde playing at the flex. I don't really like that play, but Alex Collins, Kenyon Drake, she's dealing with that. Drake gets back in the offense last week, but then first and goal, overtime, from the 1, Kenyon Drake fumbles.
Yeah.
Now,
Gotta love that.
fortunately for Kenyon Drake and the Miami Dolphins, they're able to still protect the win. They get a win on the field goal on the next drive. But, it's like I own Drake in a different league, and as a owner of Drake, I'm like, man, finally he's getting back involved.
Yeah, and then
boom, on the carpet. Unbelievable. But Jamie's team is a team that I'm not. I think this is probably going to be on a playoff team.
Yeah,
I don't know, but that's not a team I'm looking forward to playing. That's definitely a team you got to beat.
I would exactly why, because the last time we played, me and Jamie played at players on bye. I was kind of filling the roles, and I would really like to rematch her with both of our teams at full strength, and then let's see what happens.
All right, let's move on to the next matchup, and I have a manifesto on this one.
Oh, great.
I think one of the new...
Is this Long Gone Silver and Lone Rangers?
Yes. One of the things I want to see happen this year, I've never seen somebody go 0 for this season.
It's happening.
I've never seen 0 and 13.
We're
at 0 and 6.
It's happening.
Lowest points in the league. 3 kickers on the roster, probably.
Whoa, hold on.
I don't know.
Prater, not 2. Dan Bailey. He did play Dan Bailey.
Well, when you got to play that kicker matchup every week, it probably keeps you up late at night. So
but this game could have been very different.
Oh, what? Did Tim make a poor coaching decision?
Maybe.
He plays Evans and Sanu. And then, yes, this is a terrible decision.
I'm going to say, yeah.
We played 2 tight ends.
Over a wide receiver who scores 30 points.
Yes, over Marquise Goodwin. That's awful. It's awful. And that's the game right there.
Yeah, he would have won. This would have been his win. The voodoo magic isn't working for you, Tebow. Mix it up. Maybe watch the show. Pay attention to what we got to say. We'll help you out.
Oh, wow.
I mean, really? Okay, so this, I guess I can't fault Tebow. Nothing's on the line for him. Nothing. Besides us giving him shit.
If I was 0, I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep at night if I was 0 6.
Well, Tebow has some other...
Well, he doesn't really sleep at night, apparently. So.
Exactly. So...
Well, if you're going to get a win, this is the one to get. Because not only is he playing against another one of the lower echelon teams in our league, he gets him. I talk about it week in and week out with Steven's squad. That if he needs to get huge production out of Deshaun Watson and Hopkins, and he doesn't get it this week.
This is where you get the win.
He doesn't. He only gets a combined 21 out of those 2, when I think he needs 55 to get a win.
Which is crazy, because this is the week that they're playing Buffalo.
Well,
so you expect...
You would, but Deshaun's hurt. I watched that game. He got beat up the week before. He wasn't running. He only had 2 rushing yards. That's he's a Cam Newton, like where you're expecting 10 rushes for 60 yards to score, and he doesn't get any of that. He gets 2 points out of that. They just managed that game, stay ahead. Their defense won that game for them. Steven's squad, I mean, I like the fact that he's playing Ebron, that he thinks it's real. I think it's real. Keep playing Ebron. He makes a smart picks up Latavius Murray now that Dalvin Cook isn't playing. Plays him. Good for you. It gets you a win. I think Steven gets himself up to 2 and 4, right?
Yeah.
2 and 4, whatever. At least you're not 1 and 5. You can make a run at it still.
Steven says, I blame it on Edelman.
Edelman had like 14 points, right?
No, he blames the win on Edelman.
Oh.
And then he gets added to the injury report today. Ankle injury.
Yeah, but Edelman's always kind of hurt.
Always. He's one of those players that when he's on, and when he's hurt.
Yeah, but I think Belichick likes to just put guys in the injury report.
He's just like, this was fucking fantasy owners.
Well, no, you know that. Like, if they don't fully participate in practice, they're
technically injured.
On the injury report. Yeah. I mean, I haven't even looked at what Edelman might or might not have, but I mean, Tom Brady for about 7 consecutive seasons was questionable every week because he just didn't participate in practice every day. Yeah, and they would say he has a shoulder or whatever.
Yeah. Can't practice today, boys.
Start at the bottom up here for next week, week 7. We've got 4th and 20 versus the Lone Rangers.
Do we? I mean,
I'll take. Let's just see. Let's see. I mean, I want to see if there's anything that we can do.
I mean, actually, does Jack have people on?
Okay.
But Tebow does. Oh yeah, there's 2 people on bye. Lineups haven't been fixed yet.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Jimmy Graham on a bye. So Jack I know you don't like to go on the waiver wire, but I think you're going to have to. No tight end on the bench, right?
Nope.
So he's going to have to wake up.
You know who's out there?
Who's out there?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Tight end squad is really.
Yeah, no, it's so shallow.
I got 3 of them on my bench.
It's very shallow position. You know, we've got Mahomes, we've got Kareem Hunt, we have Kamara back, but who knows? That's a tough matchup.
Yeah, Baltimore.
At Baltimore?
Yeah,
Baltimore's D's playing great. I mean, you might think that could be a bit of a grinded game.
I think it's
you
going
might
to be
see
more
Ingram.
of a shootout. I think you're going to see Drew Brees and those wide receivers who just go off. That's how Drew Brees gets in those tough matches. It becomes a shootout. He's throwing the long
Look,
ball.
and I'm not going to put anything past the great Drew Brees and the great New Orleans Saints offense. But playing in Baltimore controls the clock. They like to run the football.
Yeah, we've talked about the importance of home and away.
It's going to be a limited possession game. I think that if the Saints get to 28 points, they're going to win. And win handily, actually.
Yeah.
You know, because even Baltimore probably only, it seems like Baltimore only has 6 possessions a game because they just run the ball, hold the ball so much.
Hold the ball.
You know, and they rely on their defense, and they rely on field position, and they're an old school, they're a football team straight out of 1991. And that's sort of why they're a little bit successful this season, is that they're playing differently than everybody else. Yeah, there's just not much on Jack's bench. We've talked about this. And so, you know,
we talked about injuries. If injuries take place,
look at the even. All right, he's playing the worst team in the league. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's look at our wide receiver matchup here. We've got Funchess and Gordon for Jack playing against Crabtree and Evans for Tim.
I mean, I like Tim's a lot better.
Yeah, and that's Tim went out there and picked up Michael Crabtree. That's a waiver pickup for Tim. Good for you, Tim. We really saw. I mean, we're looking at a pretty even matchup if you get down to it. I mean, he's starting right now. He has Peyton Barber starting at the flex. You see that?
Oh yeah, that's a bad idea.
That's a bad idea.
I would play anyone on your bench right now.
He'll probably fix it. He has Corey Davis, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're looking at, you know, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players all projected below double digits for Jack's team. The once invincible 4th and 20 is going to be.
And this could be the loss, and this would be.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I actually.
Tebow beat the big giant.
Well, he's not the big giant anymore, though. 4-2, third place. 6-0. Shock it off. Yeah, I'm on top of the mountain.
I'm going to take him down.
I'm on top of the mountain. Over to Tim's team real quick.
Tim's team actually doesn't look bad. Take out Cook.
Drop one of your kickers.
Goodwin. Drop your kicker. Pick someone else off.
Play Stafford over Trubisky.
Who's Stafford up against?
He's in Miami.
Still play.
Yeah. Well, Trubisky just put up 350 yards against Miami.
Yeah.
And Chicago's playing New England.
And if you just play Goodwin, although he's against Rams.
Goodwin or play Sanu. You don't want to start you definitely don't want to start a tight end on a bye at the flex.
No, you shouldn't start a tight end at the flex.
You know, I mean, that's the thing.
Unless you have like the 2 best.
You know, Tim definitely is. He's a novice. He's not. But you know what? I can tell that
he's a veteran novice.
I can tell that he's actually gone out there and.
Well, yeah, you can tell, but because
he's turned up. Yeah, he's turned over. He's got Royce Freeman. He's in the middle of that log jam in Denver with him and Lindsey and Booker.
I told him to pick up Royce.
Good for you.
We were talking. He was like,
still has Zeke Elliott. All right, I'm going to do it. Tim wins. Down goes 4th and 20 for the 3rd straight week. You want to know why?
You know what?
No, you want to know why? No, it's karma. I'm telling you, the one thing that you do not do in fantasy football is like talk shit like you're invincible. And that happened to us, 3 weeks ago when he was 4-0. Yeah. And he had 100 more points than everybody in the league. Yeah. And Jordan said, my boyfriend.
And he came in and he was like, oh, yeah, I just know that I'm 100 points with Bud Dave. Yeah. Well,
karma's a bitch.
Downfall.
And you fall to 4 and 3.
And Mike, said it himself, he felt like this could be, he felt in his heart of hearts that this was the downfall of 420, that he was here, and now it's time to go here, and that's what we're going to see.
He went through the Robinson buzzsaw for 2 straight weeks, and now he's probably finally going to win.
Legs.
I'm going to win. And Tebow's going to come up and bite his ass.
I hope Tebow whoops his ass. You know what? Tebow's what? 0-6 right now?
What's up?
So Tebow wins out. goes to playoffs.
No.
Calling it now. Tebow in the playoffs.
Not happening. But I actually have something very interesting to report. The next match we're going to look at is the Breeze Knees versus Steven. Steven obviously thinks he's a pretty funny guy.
Oh, God, what did he do?
He put everybody on the bench.
Well, this could be an instant win for Jamie.
So
Come Thursday.
I think he's trying
That's tomorrow.
I think he's trying to have a little bit of fun with us because he knew we were doing the show tonight.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and talk about the Long Dong Silvers team real quick.
Well, we're going to always rely on, that's the thing, is Watson and Hopkins, they've got a tough matchup this week in Jacksonville.
Which, I'm going to say, in order for him to win this matchup, one of the teams in the league that puts up steady 110 points, if not more than that, he has to have performances not only out of Watson and Hopkins, but at least two other players.
I mean, Jarvis Landry in Tampa. Tampa's one of the worst secondaries in the league.
Yes.
That's a possibility. He's going to be probably playing Lamar Miller, too, at Jacksonville. LaShawn McCoy is still older than dirt.
I mean, I think
he actually picks up
Smallwood.
No, he picks up Indianapolis defense.
Yeah, well, everyone tried to pick up Indianapolis.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, hey,
like every single person had a waiver claim for that team.
I didn't.
I looked at my waiver and it said 10, and I was like, all right, I'm going to try. Go for something else.
I just left it. I didn't even do one. I just picked up a kicker this morning. But I mean, it's tough. Let's see. Let's look at Jamie's lineup since I can actually read her lineup.
Oh wait, I just see all these empty spots on Jamie's bench.
Well, it's because Tony has 15, or Steven, sorry.
Oh, Tony. Yeah, is that because he's the token?
No.
Can I say that on here?
No.
It's too late. It's already.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't worry, Steven.
Actually, I mean, honestly, Jamie's lined up to put up a pretty big number this week, eh?
When she fills in her bye spots.
She has a receiver and a D still not in.
And she's at 95 points.
We're going to fill that D with a 7 or 8, and we're probably going to fill that receiver. Ooh,
not with Larry Fitzgerald.
No good receivers.
I'm not playing in a Cardinal at all right now.
This Mike Williams kid from L.A. last week, I mean, he caught some. He's a deep threat there.
Let's put him on. Let's take a chance. You're already.
So I think she's going to start in them. So yeah, she's going to end up in that 110, 112 point range projected.
Right where you want to be.
And I see. Let's see here. I mean, Cousins at the Jets. You say he's boom or bust. I think that this week he'll be a boom.
At Jets?
Yeah.
That'll probably be a boom.
Keenan Allen.
I've
LA
always
Charger.
been a fan of Keenan.
Yeah, me too.
He was on my team when I won the league. And he's just...
James White, who is only running back by position. He's going to catch 7 to 10 passes a game. He has been all season. Tevin Coleman, his backfield now. Devontae Freeman, dead. Travis Kelce, number 1 tight end in the league. Carlos Hyde,
It is a flex spot.
I think I'd play Drake or Collins over Hyde. Drake against Detroit at home, or Collins against New Orleans at home.
So we talk about Kirk Cousins being the boomer bust. She's starting Cousins. She's got Drew Brees on her bench. I always feel bad benching Drew Brees.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. Is she just going straight chalk there?
Yeah, probably. It's literally less than a point difference.
I'd probably start Brees still.
Yeah.
I would start Brees over Cousins just because it's Drew Brees.
He's one of the most reliable quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, and even if they, and that's the thing is that Baltimore's defense is good, and so the projection is low because they believe that maybe Baltimore could win the game. But if they're behind, that means the Saints are going to abandon the running game and throw it a lot more. So you could see a performance where he only gets 3-4 fantasy points in the first half, but then puts up 20 in the second half.
Yeah, exactly.
I see that happening. Drew Brees is just too consistent, too steady of a performer to bench him, I think. So I'm with you there. Good pickup on that. Good notice on that. I like that. Which way are you going with this one?
Oh, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to go with Jamie just because Steven and his...
He's fucking with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't fuck with us.
Don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck with me.
And you know what? I actually hope you forget about it and tomorrow starts. And
that'd be a travesty, though. You can't have that. You can't.
I mean, if it's his fault, he's doing it.
No, but as a commissioner, if you have a player do stuff like that, like you got to.
There would be repercussions.
Yeah,
we have rules.
Yeah, you just have to take over his roster.
Yeah, I would just literally fill it in for him and be like, this is what you got. I put your best projected players in.
Exactly. I'm going to go Jamie.
But yeah, I think Jamie's going to put up a number that's.
I see Jamie in a route there, actually.
By how many?
It's 30.
Oh, wow. All right, I can see it.
Yeah. The Ganoush needs a win.
This is gonna.
Both these teams needs wins, but I think that Derek has constructed a very, very good roster. I like his roster. He has Odell on the bench. Wow.
I think I'm okay with it. Look who's playing though.
Wow, I know, but wow.
Who's
if
Odell
you
playing?
are benching Odell Beckham Jr., you need to trade him.
You know what,
You
Derek?
have to trade
I'll make
him.
a trade for it. You need a running back? I got some running backs.
You have to trade him. I mean, this is Odell still could get you a top 10 running back in return.
Yeah.
Today.
Easy. Right now.
Derek, watch the show.
I'm offering you a trade right now.
Wow.
Le'Veon Bell.
I'll put a veto on that so quick.
He's coming back. He's going to come off the bye.
I'd let it go through for James Conner, but I would not do it for no way. There's no way. I would get a veto, and I would rally the troops to veto that shit.
Everyone veto.
Yeah, there's no way that would get through.
Tebow would not veto it.
Just to spite me.
You.
Yeah, just to spite me, but I don't think I need him.
You know I wouldn't do that for one. But if you really want to talk a trade, you want to get rid of one of your two, any of the three, I will offer you something.
This is a very powerful roster when you really look at it. Though.
Yeah, he's constructed. This is the thing. He's constructed a great roster, they haven't put up the numbers.
And he's gotten through some injuries. He got through the Mixon injury, and it looks like Mixon's up and running and looking good again. Yeah, dang, get a running back from somebody. I mean, you could get a top tier running back. You don't need, if you're in a situation where I'm going to say one thing. You're in a situation where Odell Beckham is getting benched and it's really not that big of a deal, then you've got
too many receivers.
Over to the Ganoush, we're starting Jameis Winston this week. Yeah, we got a bye with Big Ben on the bye. Okay, I mean waiver wire pickup, I'm sure, something like that. You know,
Winston?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean Fitzmagic, the magic was dead.
Oh, Fitzmagic's gone in.
Yeah, so
he'll probably play for I don't know, Arizona next year.
Yeah, probably.
Plug in a couple games somewhere, and people go, "Oh yeah, Fitzmagic."
Oh, Fitzmagic's back. But I picked up Fitzmagic way back when, dropped him because Winston was coming back. I think picking up Winston's not a bad option. Yeah, he is.
Well, it's a bye week plug.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to fill in the bad matchups.
This is why quarterbacks are not. I mean, quarterbacks are important with what they do to a week in and week out basis, but drafting a quarterback high is always a bad idea just because of this situation. Legitimately, I think when we were looking at Drew Brees and Kirk Cousins, they're both projected at
20 points.
18, 19, right?
Well, Kirk Cousins is 20.22 and Drew Brees is 19.88.
Okay, so now we have undrafted free agent quarterback in Jameis Winston, who's projected to score 20.32 this week.
Yeah.
So that's why it doesn't matter that much. You're not going to get the consistent performance.
It's like one of the best positions to literally play the matchup.
Play the matchup, or just wait and draft Phillip Rivers in the 10th round or Jared Goff.
And be happy about it.
Exactly. He's got Diggs, Cooks, David Johnson, Tariq Cohen, Jared. I mean, on the surface, this sounds like a great time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still going to sit Demaryius Thomas. We're going to sit Daniel Sanders. Let me see here. I would sit Sterling Shepard.
Oh yeah, my flex spot would have either one of my starting wide receivers or Demaryius Thomas on that side. Yeah,
I mean, and Cook's supposed to be back and healthy too. So I mean, I don't understand the Sterling Shepard start. And he's started Sterling. I mean, he started him before. So I've yelled at him about it. I'm gonna do it one more time. You should have Sterling Shepard on your bench.
Yes,
that's all he should be, is a bye week help kind of guy. And
I think I'll walk in there right now and tell Matt that.
But I mean, I kind of just don't mind if we have another team eliminated for playoff contention.
I can't look like I'm the commissioner.
I'm putting work in for these folks.
You are, and if they're not paying attention, that's on them.
I'm making this league tougher for myself.
You are actually.
Auto draft for the win.
Yeah, I think we're both
for the
on
win.
that
For the win with big numbers. And here we go. Now we got a battle, clash of the Titans here. Top of the league, two of the top three teams in the league. Alex in second, Mike in third. Mike coming off that big 194-point performance last week.
I think he does it again this week.
I
think he scores 170 points.
Have you ever seen two running backs on the same team both projected at over 20?
Nope.
I don't think I have. That's amazing.
Nope. That is.
Yeah, we're not dealing with any bye troubles, are we?
No, he is like full. I would just run it back. Just how
He's just
maybe. Yeah, no, you just run it back.
He's got to keep an eye on Michelle. Questionable. I don't know why. Shouldn't be a big deal.
Limited in practice due to a knee. Looks like he should be good to go against Chicago.
All right. He's riding Hooper's birthday. Sitting Trey Burton. I'd go with. Let's see. I'd go with Burton. I always would rather go with Burton over Hooper, even though Hooper's been outperforming him the last couple weeks.
I think you got to stick with the hotness.
Stick with the hot hand.
Yeah, and just go with it because for one, isn't Burton against New England
At home though.
Yeah.
It's not like New England's really shutting people down.
They're not really opening people up either. So
KC put up 40, but that's KC. The Lions did relatively well against them. Scored 26.
I hate saying that. It is what it is.
That's what it is. So really, there's no decisions he has to make here. I'm looking at Mike's bench. Okay, maybe Jameson Crowder's a spot where maybe you could go out there and look. Maybe you could find something better than that. I mean, but Crowder's he's the number one receiver here, right? So probably not.
Probably just keep him.
Probably just keep him. I don't see any extra kickers or defenses on his,
It's always nice when you don't see two kickers.
I don't see any nonsense. I see a clean roster. Only bye week trouble he's dealing with is Juju out this week. Juju's sitting, so he's going to have to, oh no, he's going to play what? Golden Tate instead.
Oh no.
What a poor
baby.
We
just literally talked about that in Miami that there's a chance that Stafford's going to throw for over 300 yards. So
I would bet on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a chance. It's almost not a certainty, but I mean, it's definitely a probable result. Look at Alex's team then.
I think he's just running it back too. No, he's not just running. I guess he does have Devontae Adams on a bye this week. Carson's on a bye, so he's definitely plugging in and playing.
Allen Robinson's got to play for him.
Yep.
Breeda's got to play for him.
So this is a spot where
Jaron Brown's got to play for him. That's tough. Yeah, he's definitely dealing with some bye stuff. I would play Marvin Jones over Brown.
I would honestly play Clement over Breda.
I agree with you. Because I think that they're at San Fran's at the LA Rams. The Rams are going to be down, or the Niners are going to be down in that game.
Yeah, and
they're probably going to
Carolina's at Philly.
Right. No, I'm with you there. I'm with you. Let's see, but you've got Breida. Yeah, and I would play. Yeah, and then we got to fix the Brown situation there and go with Marvin Jones. Yeah. And also, I think look at he picks up the Smith kid in Atlanta too, which is great because
great pickup.
Now that Devontae's gone, he's the number 2 there. He's probably going to get a little bit of split, and who knows what could happen. I mean, Tevin Coleman's already been injured once this year. Maybe we could do better in Chicago's defense. I don't know what was on waivers, but it's probably the best that's available now. But I don't know if I could see a couple
at home versus New England.
I could see a couple sacks, but I mean, I don't see much more.
I think your defense is going to score exactly what they're projected, 6 points.
I could see it being less because I think New England's hitting their stride. I think that's maybe a 2-point defense this week. So that might be a change I would look to make. I'm being hypercritical because that's what I get paid to do around this joint.
I mean, I'm not.
Oh well, yeah, you're just my co-host.
Who's paying this?
Hey man, I don't. You deal with your money, I deal with my money.
Well, who you get paid for to do this show? Because I need to get paid. Man, I might have missed some episodes, but
I'm a full-time host.
I am back. Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
Wednesdays.
So you're back from being a volunteer. You're actually back on track.
We're going to do it on Wednesdays. That's what we said.
All right, we're going to do it on Wednesday.
We're going to do it on Wednesday.
And we'll talk contract negotiations next week when I see you back here next Wednesday.
All right, I'll see you next Wednesday. All right, let's go on to this last matchup.
Oh, that's right.
It's in the Thunderdome.
How would I ever forget about this one?
It seems to be the same week every year.
Yeah, it's usually mid-season. Yeah. We only get one matchup a year until it's playoff time.
Yeah, because we don't play each other twice.
No.
You play your brother twice.
Yep.
That's got to be scary for you. But it'll be okay.
I look forward to it. I usually bring other teams bad luck. It's fine by me. Let's see. You want to go first or want me to go first?
Go first.
Let's see here.
Let's see what you got to say first.
Well, I'm dealing with a little weird conundrum here at the tight end position. So I got the old
That's my
man.
boy.
I got Senator Greg Olson on my squad now.
He only saw 4 touches last week.
No, he had seven targets. He was on the field for 95% of the snaps.
Which is good, which
Yeah.
means he's going to work that ankle. But it's also bad because he's going to work that ankle.
Yeah, that foot is like a dry, brittle twig.
Yeah, you don't want to work it too much. But you also don't want to not work it.
But the position's so shallow. It's like I got to take a chance on somebody.
Yeah,
right?
you do. You just gamble, flip a coin.
So I've got to make a decision on whether I'm going to play Rudolph or Greg Olson. I still haven't made up my mind fully on that one yet. That's probably going to be a Sunday morning type decision. But really, in reality, not dealing with a ton of bye week trouble. I mean, you're getting me at probably what my best is going to be with this current configuration of my lineup. Strong at wide receiver as usual. Hopefully, T.Y. Hilton's back. Like he's not on the injury report. Hopefully, he's going to be healthy. Been out a couple weeks for me.
Yeah.
Definitely has slowed me down a little bit. Adrian Peterson. That might be another spot where I might plug somebody else in. I might play Kerryon Johnson over Peterson. That's a tight, projection there. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go Johnson over Peterson, but I just haven't committed to it yet because AP got those first few, like 2 out of his first 3 games where it looked like he was going to be the guy. And
he's going to be back.
it seems like now they got him taking series off, and he's building. His injury report is like got 4 different things on it.
That's really weird.
It's like his elbow, his shoulder, and his knee.
Kneecap.
Yeah,
Whoa. Kneecap. That's really specific.
Yeah. So that's something I have to take into account. I don't go out and make the pickup. The only thing I had to do this week is I had to drop Mason Crosby. Here, this is what you do. All right. Fantasy 101. I know this. Everybody out there is going to hate this because they don't get it. But when your kicker is on a bye, you drop your kicker and pick up a new one.
Actually, you can do that every week.
Don't keep 2 kickers.
You can literally do that every week.
Pick up the best kicker every week that's on the waivers. And you're fine. You're not going to lose any equity unless you have Justin Tucker. That's the only one because Justin Tucker hits too many 50-yard field goals that you have to keep.
Yeah, he's just like...
No, the 50-yard field was a 5-point score.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And he hits them like they're nothing. He's
yeah.
Just
he hits them at like 80% accuracy. So that would be the only kicker that I would hold on to. Unless we get to go back to I don't know, some sort of amazing offense that's going to score 60 points.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony, what do you got going?
Well, see, I am dealing with a little bye week trouble. Yeah, James Conner on a bye.
That's good news.
But that's it.
Yeah,
so,
Le'Veon Bell's out again this week.
You don't say. I think it's like the 7th week.
Well, he was supposed to show up. He hadn't showed up yet.
So this week being the bye week gives him a little bit more time. He's got till next Wednesday to show up. So
but he could have showed up on Monday and made $800,000 this week.
Yeah, the rap game's too strong for him, man. The rap game is too strong. When you're out spitting the dopest
Is that what
stuff...
he texted you that?
Yeah, he said, brother, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait another week. I got the dopest track coming out.
But, seriously, think about that. Seriously, think about this. That guy could have showed up to work on Monday and lifted weights all week.
That's it.
And worked out.
Went to the gym.
And made $800,000. And he didn't.
It must be nice to be able to say no.
Wow. I know money's all relative, and I have no problem with players getting paid. I really don't.
I don't either.
Hey, they're worth more than what they get paid, to be frank. But for real, we're not. This would be like if we got to come to work for a week here, and I don't know, just clean, not deal with any people, not deal with any employees, just clean up the restaurant, make it look pretty for a week.
For $800,000?
No, even if it was just for what your salary is, that sounds like a fun week to me.
1 week for my whole salary? I'm in.
No, stop it. You understand what I'm saying? You have a whole week.
I get it.
Just to
get
work
the
on the details.
Up back to the spectacular.
Yeah, shining, shiny like these things, whatever they are.
Those are tanks. But yes, I see what you're saying. All he had to do was show up and lift weights, get in shape. That's all he's doing, and get paid $800,000. He doesn't even have to play next week. He just had to show up this week.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, I got Calvin Ridley who's injured. I'm gonna wait. That's a Monday game. I'll wait till Saturday and see where he's at. They're hopeful that he's gonna be back, and if he is, I'll definitely start him. I picked up Chester Rogers.
Yeah. But T.Y.'s back, so
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think Chester Rogers is going to be a must-own, even if he's just a flex spot.
really,
Yeah.
breaking news here on Weekly.
Just hear me out.
I
have
am
a feeling.
I am. Well,
He's seen
Why?
the most snaps
okay.
on the Colts
Okay.
the last 3 weeks. He's seen the most targets as far as wide receivers.
Okay. Real data here.
He's
I like
consistent.
it. All right.
I think that he's a player that you have. If you're not going to pick him up and put him in a flex spot, sit him on your bench, you at least have to be on the lookout for him and be ready to snag him.
As soon as we're done here, I'm going to look in my other league and see if he's available.
Yeah, I think it's a good move.
Just from that data. Talk to me about Evan Ingram. What your thoughts are with him playing Monday Night Football and being questionable?
Okay, so it's his knees, his right knee. He is practicing.
Full practice?
Full practice. It's looking good.
Okay.
I need him to stay healthy and come Monday. My thing is, I think as we talked, he could honestly be one of the top 5 tight ends
Could be. Yeah.
in the league.
Definitely. I mean, one of the more explosive. I mean, he's a receiver.
Yes.
Tight end by position only.
And this is my weakest spot on a team, which is a lot of players. I know a
Yeah.
lot of our
Yeah.
league can say tight end's my weakest spot,
Yeah.
but literally I'm losing games that I could be winning based on that tight end spot. Besides your brother.
What? It's tough though. I mean, Monday Night Football. I mean, you're really going all in on the guy playing.
I'm gonna wait till Sunday. Nothing's like my other tight end plays on Sunday.
Sunday night.
Yes. So I got time. So I'm gonna wait till the last
And he's
minute.
questionable as well.
Man, he's questionable because he fucking tripped over a stick. I think.
Let's see.
Oh, he just went questionable today. Literally today. Shoulder. Isn't thought to be
Yeah.
serious.
All right. So you're saying that you could still go with him. But see, that's the thing is you're not going to get any more information from Sunday at 11 o'clock than you are.
No,
Sunday night.
Saturday will be my decision.
Okay. So we're going to make a decision on that then.
If Ingram's 100% not questionable
So
on
what
Saturday,
I'm getting at, folks, is that you've got some coaching decisions to make.
yeah, and they'll be made.
We both do. We both have coaching decisions to make, and that's where this game's going to be one of us.
You know, my favorite part about this is we're both anti-kicker. Both of our kickers run a bye this week.
Oh, good. Well, then we're just
So-
total bullshit luck.
So I picked up Jake Elliott
Yeah.
at home versus Carolina.
I don't even know my kicker's first name.
Allen.
It's Rosas.
I'm going to say it's Allen. No, it's Aldrick.
Eldrick?
Aldrick Rosas.
Rosas.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta's defense is terrible. That's the only reason that I thought that I played.
he's a top 6 fantasy kicker.
So I just picked him up.
Way to go.
Move.
You did it.
Great move, Dave.
I pick up Denver's defense this week because I play the rotating defenses. But they're playing Arizona, and I think that's a great matchup.
I just got one more week in that New England defense I've been holding on to.
Playing
Hey, guess
Buffalo
what,
again.
guys? Guess what, guys? Can't go get Buffalo's defense next week. I already got them.
That's the reason why you've been holding on to
That's
them.
right.
But I think if they're not playing Buffalo, they're playing Arizona. I'm picking up the guys playing Arizona.
So I got a sneaky suspicion that we're going to be split on this prediction.
Yeah, I think you're going to win.
Oh, great.
And you think I'm going to win.
No.
So we're split.
No. I think I'm going to win. And you think I'm going to win?
Well, that's bad juju, man. You can't think yourself's going to win in this matchup.
I just think I'm going to win.
Well, I think I'm going to win.
All right, well, then we're back to split like I
All
wanted
right.
to. Sponsor time?
Well, I mean, first we're going to shake hands because may the best co-host win.
Yeah, sure. Maybe best host
Right.
win.
May the-
Yeah, that'd be me.
Nah, it's probably going to be me. I'm sorry, I might just accidentally kick you off your pedestal, and it may only be by 3 points, but you're going to fall.
Hey, if anybody in the league deserves it, I do. But whatever. I'll take everyone. I
Let's
can
hit up some sponsors today.
get. All right. Clubhouse BFD,
Always
2265 Crooks.
come see us. Great food, great beer, great drinks.
Countdowns to 5 days.
Oh, it's basically almost 4 days.
That's true.
Like today's almost 4.
Griffin Club Brewing Company. I mean,
GCBC
honestly, gonna do big. I mean, doing big things already.
only got room to go up.
Gonna do bigger things. If you could, I mean, seriously, get your money involved in this joint.
This is kind of how I feel about brewing companies. Okay,
Sure, tell me.
so like, if you don't build a foundation correctly, you can fall through the cracks. Okay, so you see all these breweries. I'm not going to name any that are going downhill right now, but there's a lot of them out there who've made a name for themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
You okay?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yep. But
Okay, so they've made a name for themselves, have created some great beers, but are now falling through the cracks because their foundation that they've made, business-wise, business, the
You know what?
important things behind.
I'm glad you brought that up.
brewery.
Well, because you know what? All businesses in general, they aren't any different. Now, we do different things, and there's different artistic qualities and this and that, but you have to hire the right people to do the jobs for you. So if you know, like even if you're running a restaurant, and if you know that, okay, I don't really know much about I've never run a kitchen before, well, you better go find a kitchen guy that knows what he's doing that you can trust. You know, if you don't really know about, beer and selection and you can't articulate yourself, you better go find somebody that knows how to do these things.
Exactly.
If you don't have, and it's no different in a brewery.
No.
If you don't have the guy, if you don't have the nuts and bolts guys on the floor that you trust, that you know are not going to do ruining your equipment, screwing all that stuff up, if you don't have an artist behind the scenes who's thinking about what the next biggest great thing is going to be, if we don't have a guy like you, probably, I bet you come up with the greatest beer names in the world. I mean, there's a.
How about this one? Tart and Dirty.
See, exactly.
It's a great name.
I would say beer. He says something like that. But no, you
I'd
have
like
to
a
have,
beer, please.
you have to have this cross section of all these different talents and figure out how to make them all work together and trust it and let it go. And there's so many places that think that they can just, so we just got to buy a couple of these things. And,
Fill them up and make some beer.
and now we've got a
beer.
brewery.
I like beer.
How many restaurants do you see fail over and over again? Because they say
it's all about laying your foundation, getting the people you need to know what they're doing, and I believe that GCBC has done that. And I think if you wanted to, like you said, invest in them, that's what you want to do. Smart business decision.
All right,
because they've got.
Oh, they got to fix it. They got what it takes. I think we're going to send it off. Yeah. For Anthony Johnson, I'm David Robinson. This is Clubhouse Weekly. Good night.